my YouTube page.
All right, I'm about to go on Twitter.
Oh, somebody is watching.
We got one. Is it when I click something? Let me see if I click something. It'll
somebody is watching.
Disconnect. We got one.
Yeah, cause yeah, we live on YouTube.
I'm clicking.
And we're live on you. Yeah, and we're live on.
We'll
Facebook.
see how long it lasts.
Okay.
It's on Twitter.
Everyone, hi everybody. So welcome to our pre-show. We just testing shit. This is our new format right here. You know what I'm saying? We was going to show you guys at the 200 episode, but you know, we got a little anxious and we were like, yay, you know, let's do this, you know. So what's going on, Derek? How you guys doing? What's up, Derek from YouTube? So hopefully you guys like the new graphics, but I also want to give out some news. So we do have a new affiliate to our brand. It's called W. It's a energy drink company. Yeah, it's actually pretty dope. I haven't tried out their services yet, but when I do try it out, hopefully it doesn't give me like a heart attack or anything like that, because I really don't do energy drinks like that. But Ziggy, maybe T.O., maybe our new cast might try that shit out. So we'll definitely see, but I'm definitely excited about that. And also subscribe to our channel as well, hashtag Kills for Life Wrestling Podcast. So this time, what you guys can do, instead of me sharing the link to you guys, all you gotta do is just scan the barcode and you guys are good. Okay. But yeah, Ziggy. Wait, Ziggy, can you hear me? Are you muted?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, okay. I thought you was muted. Okay,
I had to mute my mic. I didn't want to, you know.
No, you good.
Rockin' Reese. Hey, y'all see the little chat, little menu on the side? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of cool. Y'all actually can see that.
Oh, they can actually see that?
Mm-hmm. Like pull a stream up. It'll come up on the screen.
Oh, okay.
So that way, if someone from Twitter chats, the people on YouTube can see what the people on Twitter are saying.
Oh, that's nice.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's dope. So, guys, are you guys ready for our bonus episode? So, like at 9:15, we're going to bounce out of Twitter, or excuse me, on Facebook, and just join us on our YouTube page so we can do the bonus content. Yo, when I tell you guys, there is a lot of tea with this shit, because Mr. Helwani, there's more to his story than what he's letting on. And a lot of guys and a lot of gals, you know, a lot of people that's part of the, you know, the Putty Patrol, whatever, is agreeing to what Mr. Ariel is saying.
Interesting.
But, you know, after what I read and after doing some research on his background, he's not exactly what he appears to be. You know what I'm saying? So definitely tonight we're gonna break the shit down for you, but you will only see this on YouTube and not on Facebook, not this evening.
Oh, yeah, bro, you coming up on Twitter?
Yeah, what's up, Twit?
Yeah, you see the little chat screen on the side too? Yeah.
Oh,
so
let
me chat. Let me say something. Let's see.
Oh, that shit is beautiful.
Yeah, I'm on Twitter now. Yeah.
Yes, finally, because like I was a little bit scared. I was like, okay, so why is the restream not showing up on Twitter?
Yeah, also just letting y'all know, guys, there is some server issues going on with Restream, so we might be in and out. It's not us, it's just the platform, so just kind of bear with us. But it is a test stream. This is a bonus stream, so just extra content for y'all to enjoy, so appreciate it.
Yeah, so what you guys up to this evening? Oh yes, please share, tell everybody about our podcast. Hey, no one on this earth right now, you know, gives out crazy content like we do, and trust me, there's more content to come. Trust me when I tell you, we're gonna do a little episode, a parody on AEW versus WWE fans. We're gonna give y'all like a little. You already seen what I did. I'm gonna give y'all the full version, but with my crazy ass friends, with these motherfuckers that's over here on my right. Yes, most definitely.
This guy
Yes.
here.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's what it is. So but yeah, we're going on air in about 5 minutes, so we're just killing some time. So for our friends over on Facebook, subscribe, please subscribe
Come over to
before we go.
YouTube.
Come over to YouTube. You know what I'm saying? That's where it's at. On the 200 episode, we will be officially that will be our last day on Facebook. So we want to go out with a bang. And then yeah, but tonight we're just testing, doing some testing, seeing how the stream is for YouTube and on Twitter. So yeah, but that's about it.
I
Derek
like
says very creative. Yes.
I like this a lot. This is
was good to you.
I wish I had I guess I'll come later. But hey, you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. What up, Zig and the Beast?
It was good to you.
Yeah,
I like this, man. This is
yeah, man. We go. It's nice, bro.
Yeah, we've been doing some...
And you could turn the chat off if you want more real estate on the screen. There you go.
Yeah, or if you want to do like this.
Yeah, it's up to you, Chris. However you want to do it. Yeah, I didn't know if you want to show more of the background.
I want to show more of the background. I want to kind of show this shit off. You know what I'm saying?
If you want to show it, yeah, then you could kind of use the chat overlay to your advantage then, and then kind of do something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it'd probably be better if we just see it like this or whatever. But yeah, guys, got about 3 more minutes.
What you got, T.O.?
That's good.
That's good?
Gooder.
You're an idiot. Just want you to know.
It's gooder.
You're an idiot.
It's on for now. We appreciate it, boys.
Yeah. So what do you guys what you guys thinking out there? What's on your minds this evening? Oh, one more another thing too. So right after the show, because I've been busy like all day, went to an orientation today, did get the job. I did start on Monday.
I built the shelf in my bag.
Nice.
The shelf also built it, so now I got to get some seal for the joints and get some spray paint, paint it black. Yeah, man. Call me motherfucking fixing. What's the dude from fixing shit?
The fucking Tim Allen, Home Improvement.
No.
He was actually breaking shit, not fixing shit.
He you know what? I really didn't see Home Improvement like that.
It was okay. It wasn't like hilarious, but it was enough funny to kind of watch it. It wasn't bad.
Okay. But right after the show, y'all, you're invited to the cookout on Twitter. All right.
So Chris, how do I get into the Twitter space? I hear y'all talk about it. What is a Twitter space? Well, like, how do I even get into the cookout? What is this?
So basically, what the Twitter Spaces is that if you have an iPhone, you guys used to have that thing called the clubhouses or whatever.
Yes.
But now, basically, Twitter Spaces is Clubhouse on steroids.
Okay.
Yeah, mixed in with the what was that? I forgot what the fuck it was called. It was it's that one. Well, basically, it's all right. So you get this. It's like a it's a panel, and when the people come in, you actually can see like who's there. You have like up to 3 co-hosts, and I believe you have 10 speakers.
Okay.
And you can put people on mute if they get a little unruly. You can mute them, the speakers. Or you can just remove them and you can downgrade them to listeners.
Okay, yeah, definitely like Clubhouse if people are on that. Yeah, definitely.
Yes. So It's Blog Talk Radio. So if you ever like did Blog Talk
Okay.
Radio, whatever, and if you've seen a panel, whatever,
Mhm.
you know, it's a lot of shit that you can do. And also for the iPhone users or whatever, you can actually do sound effects as well.
Interesting. So Chris, how do I get into the Twitter space, the cookout? So all right, I'm on Twitter. How do I find it? How do I find the cookout?
Well, first of all, you have to find us. You can do
okay.
either two things. You can either find us, find either Ziggy, myself, T.O. You know, if we're following each other, you will definitely see the cookout. So anytime that we go live for the cookout, on the top of the page, you'll see spaces. And if we go live, then you will see it. Or you can do it the other way as well. There's a mic that's on the bottom screen, on the bottom of your screen, and it's in the center. You can't miss it, and it's a microphone. So you click the microphone, and then you scroll down to seeing like what spaces are either scheduled or live. There's kind of mixed. They're kind of mixed up or whatever. But the best way to come in, the easy way, is that you see me and then it's say microphone or it's say live, and then it'll tell you like what space I'm in. You do it that way as well. So there's various ways of like finding the cookout.
So pretty much there's no excuse.
No, there is no excuse at all.
There's no excuse to not pull up to the cookout.
Exactly. And
Tio, what you bringing to the cookout, bro? What you bringing to the cookout, Tio?
I'm bringing some elk steaks.
Some what?
Okay.
Elk.
What?
Elk steaks.
That's like moose.
No, that's some things that them
like deer.
No. Yeah. It's like a cousin of the deer, but it's bigger.
Negative.
Chris,
but yeah,
what bring to the cookout?
Myself.
He said, "What Jericho used to say, drink it in, man.
Drink it in, man." Right. But everybody, we gotta go. It is 9:17, so we're gonna head on to YouTube, and you guys on Facebook have a wonderful day. We'll see you guys Sunday. All right. All right. So for our friends on YouTube, welcome to our stream. This is the bonus content. We are going to be talking about Ariel, Helwani. He blasts TonyKhan and AEW fans. So what we're going to do is we're going to break this down for you guys because there's a lot to dissect. If you guys have any questions or if you want to leave a comment, please do so. Because I know a lot of you guys have a lot of questions. You're trying to figure out who this Ariel guy is. But first, we're going to give you a backstory to who he is. So then we'll go into the interview of TonyKhan. This took place last Wednesday, I believe. And then his comments was followed, I believe. I think it was a couple days afterwards or whatever, because this was actually trending about 2 days ago. So enjoy the show, and we'll be right back. All right, humans. All right, welcome to
I love that fucking
the bonus show. Yeah. All right.
Nice.
All right. Let me turn this down real quick. Okay. How y'all like the music?
I love
Y'all
it.
good?
It was good. Not overbearing. Perfect.
Good. Okay. Awesome. All right.
It was
good. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So let's get into this real quick. All right. So let me give you guys a little backstory on Mr. Ariel
Helwani.
Helwani.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So on June 4, 2016, Helwani and two of his MMA fighting colleagues were escorted out of the UFC 199 before the main event started. Their press credentials were taken and they were banned for life from all UFC events.
Mm-hmm.
UFC President Dana White announced that the ban will last as long as I'm here. So, what this man did was that while he was a reporter, he leaked out information, two main events that were supposed to be kept secret, but this man and his colleague actually leaked out the information. So that's why he was banned from the UFC. Fast forward to 2022. So now this man, I think it was in between 2016 to 2022, somewhere in that range, I believe, he's been, reporting, doing reports, doing interviews, different, wrestlers, different celebrities in the wrestling business. He's been doing that awfully a lot. So that's how he pretty much got his fame as, being like, one of the celebrities as far as like reporting for wrestling or whatever. So, so now we're trying to figure out like who the fuck this person is. I already gave you a background who he is. Why is he trending? So recently he did interviews for MJF. Let me see, Cody Rhodes. Recently he interviewed Triple H.
Yeah, and Seth Rollins too, I think, huh?
I don't think so. I don't think he interviewed Seth Rollins. I don't believe. Don't quote me. But he also did one for TonyKhan, and this was last week. So everybody's trying to figure out, okay, like, what did he do? Why is he attacking AEW fans? Blah, blah, blah. So me and T.O., we sat down and we talked about this. Mr. T.O. over there. He forwarded these clips to me yesterday. And like I said, at first I was gonna read this motherfucker like a book. But when you see controversial shit like this, you want to kind of get your information first instead of like going based on a clip. Because anything could be distorted, anything could be fabricated, anything could, anything like that of the sort. And because I'm not following this cat, I don't know who he is. So that's why I had to do a little research. It took me all day to do this because there was a lot of shit to dissect. Because I wanted to figure out why he was blasting AEW and why was he blasting TonyKhan to begin with. So the interview was about an hour long. And I took down some notes. Just to kind of give you guys a little, what parts kind of stood out for me. So at the 57 mark to 2 minutes, so Ariel started the interview stating that he thought that TonyKhan didn't like him. He started off being trash. He also said that he's kind of sensitive when people ignores him. Ariel didn't go through the proper procedures when it came to going to AEW's PR person, which was Manny, and he swears
so they do have a PR person.
They do, yeah. So the PR person was actually Manny, but he didn't go through that person. And then TonyKhan had to break it down for him to, say like, okay, this was the PR person. And then he basically, in so many words, was like, I didn't want to deal with this person, but TonyKhan was like, hey, Manny she's cool. She does like good work for me and blah, 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 blah. And then just to let you know that this interview was taped last Wednesday, sometime in the afternoon. And this was before Grand Slam. Okay.
Okay.
At the 14 minutes and 36 seconds, Ariel asked Tony about the MJ work shoot promo. And he asked him, was Tony comfortable with this? Tony replied, I did not want to comment about that. At the 17 minutes and 6 seconds and to 18 minutes and 12 seconds, Ariel followed up with another question behind the question that he asked at 14 minutes and 36 seconds. He said that he asked why Tony did not want to talk about the MJF promo and his contract from 2023 to 2024. Tony said that he does not want to talk about it. At 25 minutes and 51 seconds, Ariel asked Tony about WWE. He asked Tony about what did he think about the WWE new regime, and does it concern him, or does he enjoy the challenge now that Triple H's in charge? Tony was very open about the question. He was very detailed on how he felt about it. At 32 minutes, 4 minutes to 33 minutes, Ariel started asking questions about the AEW All Out Media Scrum incident. Tony did not want to comment. He said this many times on the situation. Ariel continued to harp on this particular question about how CM Punk is doing, the status of the company, the status in the company, the locker room incident. Tony refused to comment, including the backstory fight in between CM Punk and the Elite. 33 minutes, and after Ariel asked Tony about his thoughts on about WWE counter programming him on Labor Day weekend. Tony was also detailed about that. He was very, he said, "Hey, I didn't like it. I didn't care for this," and he was just like, "This was like, supposed to be the best show of the year," but he think this is what he said verbatim. He said that he did a good job. He definitely skipped over, the media scrum or whatever, because like I said, he didn't want to talk about that at all. Moving on to 38 minutes and 34 seconds to 39 minutes and 24 seconds, Ariel questioned Tony about Bray Wyatt and possible talks with him. Tony replied that he did not want to comment on folks that he did not have conversations with.
Fair.
Moving on to 50 minutes to 53 minutes, Ariel goes on about he asked questions about Nick Khan versus TonyKhan feud. Tony also stated that he'd rather be called out on social media. So any beef that's needs to be addressed, he does not mind people confronting him on social media. Now let me kind of go back to the Nick Khan situation. Let me see. Oh, okay. Let me move on, because this happened in 59 minutes to now we're an hour and 2 minutes. So Tony Khan stated that he have had conversations with Nick Khan, but refused to talk about what was talked about between them two. Tony was very resistant with this. So he stated that they had conversations, but they never met up in person. Now, this is where Ariel was really trying to get the scoop. Okay, why was y'all talking about this? Why this was being discussed? And he did not want to elaborate at all. Not at all. So now we're going to an hour and 1 minute and 53 seconds to an hour and 2 minutes and 37 seconds. Ariel asked about the phone conversation with Tony Khan. He asked him several times. He even said, "Hey, was there a conversation where y'all was saying who is the true Khan in the wrestling business?" Once again, Tony declined to answer, and this is where Ariel really start to get annoyed.
So, but why would Tony go to Nick and be like, "Oh, I'm the real Khan. Why would they even have that kind of conversation?
Well, the thing is
What-
that
it-
at the end of the day, Tony is petty.
He is, but damn.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
why
Rep.
would-
But my thing, like, right? And back to me, I'm not gonna sweat. Ariel was throwing some shitty ass spin, not swinging at any other damn pitch. And
you kind
I
of
think
breaking up a
it
little bit, T.O.
was my service is nervous.
Yeah, your service. Yeah, your
Yeah.
service is definitely nervous.
Like, this guy was, he couldn't get it. So then cut the interview short then. No, nothing.
You kind of fade in
You
and out.
sound like
I'm gonna get some headphones.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Okay, so while Mr. Flags is getting his shit together, I'm gonna continue. So
Yeah,
at
bro.
1 hour and 8 minutes and 8 seconds, at this point, TonyKhan leaves the interview to get some water. He was handling some business. Now you know when you try to fast forward the the time or whatever, the time lapse or whatever, he was waiting there for a minute.
So this when he started getting upset, right?
He started getting upset. Yeah, he was really getting perturbed. Like he was just like, this motherfucker got me waiting in the middle of of an interview. Like the fuck? And then TonyKhan comes to the channel, be like, hi.
Like he seemed like he had to go and like vent to one of his mentors or something. This motherfucker
I think honestly, bro, like he did that shit on purpose. It's like it seems like he did that shit on purpose. There is no motherfucking way that I'm just going to up and leave
in the middle of an interview.
In the middle of an interview, like that's. Moving on, 1 hour, 9 minutes, and 46 seconds. So Ariel asked asked about Cody Rhodes' departure from AEW. Tony definitely refused to answer that question.
Yeah, because I mean, they were nice to each other publicly. So I do give Cody and Tony both that they kept it professional.
Right.
With how they parted ways. So they trying to keep it that way.
Okay.
Which
so
I give Tony kudos on that.
This is what I got from the interview. Okay.
Okay.
Kind of breaking down everything. I see why he was upset, but then I don't see why he was upset.
It's like you kind of see both sides of it.
I see on both sides of the coin, like, especially when when you're in the middle of an interview with a big time name like TonyKhan, I get that you want to get to scoop. I get that you want to, get down to the heart of the matter. I get it. All of us want answers to our questions or what happened at the media scrum. Like why Tony, he even like Ariel even asked him, he was just like, when CM Punk was being disrespectful, how did you feel? Like what was going through your head or whatever? And TonyKhan like declined. Like he declined the question. Like he's like, I don't want to get into that right now. I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, because like you said, it's a legal battle going on right now. He can't
But this was about his feelings though.
This
was about his feelings. Like he couldn't elaborate, but he didn't want to elaborate because he know that
Pandora's box.
Exactly. You opened up that Pandora's box. Trust me when I tell you, it's over.
And you're gonna be getting questions about that going forward.
Exactly.
This isn't some you come on Ariel Helwani's podcast, open up about the media scrum, and then that's it. You just go happily ever after. All these other podcasts, Busted Open Radio, he's on constantly. They're gonna be wanting to rehash things out and talk about different things like that. Nah.
Yeah.
Rather just plead the fifth and then.
Yes, and the thing is too, everybody, that I want people to understand is that TonyKhan, when it comes to interviews, he knows what the fuck he's doing. He does not want to fall into those potholes, if you will. You know what I'm saying? So
very smart of him. All right.
what's that?
Can you hear me
Yeah,
now?
yeah,
Can
we
you
can hear
hear
you.
me? Is it way good?
It's a little
No?
latency with your.
Yeah,
It's like
a
one of
little.
those like kung fu movies, like you go up and
Mhm.
then the words come
No,
out.
we'll work with it. But down to interviews.
Mm-hmm.
But this was smarter, but not because of the legal shit. He didn't want to do this interview. Dana White probably told him he's a piece of shit. Don't talk to him. He snuck through the back door, got, and then he's asking these questions to the answer. To pick a piece of shit.
Yeah, T.O., you're still fading in and out. I don't know.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you still fading in and out. I don't know what's going on.
But you can, whenever you go back and listen to the podcast, or whenever you go back and watch the podcast over, you're gonna see what we're talking about.
Right. So, but let me kind of get through this. Okay, so the one issue that I did see is that Tony was like, I didn't get any like shade or being petty or anything like that of the sort. I didn't see that. I just seen that he was trying to be open. He did answer Ariel's questions. You know what I'm saying? Even though Ariel was really trying to like
get something,
be like somewhat, yeah, he was just like, okay, I'm going to play to you. I'm gonna play the rebuttal that he did or whatever, and then you guys see what I'm talking about. What's going on, Sean? What's going on, Rocket Reese? What's going on, Bella? How you guys doing? So you be the judge of what by his rant or whatever. I'm gonna get ready to play this for you guys.
Interview. Did this interview with TonyKhan last Tuesday. It aired Wednesday night. It was for the YouTube channel. You can check it out. I look, whatever I'm going to say here is going to piss off the AEW supermarks. But I'll just say this. One of the most frustrating and to a degree not so fun interviews of my career, because as you may have seen, he didn't want to answer anything. Now look, like, you're going to come on and promote X, Y, and Z. Great. And I'll play that dance with you. And I did at the beginning. But you got to give us something. To not even tell me like how you were feeling. I'm not asking for specifics on, all right, fine, I asked, is Punk going to wrestle for you? Is he coming back? You don't want to get into it? Fine. But just tell me how you were feeling. Give me something. MJF contract. Hey, I don't do business in the public, but I'll tell you, love having him on board. Look forward to many years together. But give me something. Don't just say, not going to talk about it. Not going to talk about it. Doesn't serve me. Doesn't serve me. That's not the way you do it. If you want to be the voice, if you want to be the face, there's a way to do that dance. Look at Eddie. Look at Dana back in the day. Look at some of the great promoters over the last 30 years. There's a way of giving us the answer, even though it's not the answer I want, but you're giving us some sort of answer, something to chew on, as opposed to just shutting it all down. Not very enjoyable. And if I'm being honest, like right off the bat, I was like, oh, I think you didn't like me back in the day, because he turned down multiple interviews with me. And then we get right into the MJF thing and like really deep into the weeds on the PR stuff. And I was like, golly, this is how we're starting? All right. I just, took a shot at BT, the ITV stuff, should have went back at him and reminded him 2 minutes ago that he, was fawning over Warner Brothers Discovery about being the greatest place for AW. Meanwhile, BT is owned by Warner Brothers Discovery, and yet he's telling me that ITV is a better place than BT. Like, just these things that were, discrepancy. Says he never met Nick Khan, then he says he talked to him on the phone. I was like, what are we doing here? Well, what is this? And you're not going to give me one legit answer? I appreciated meeting him. I enjoyed it, but like, the enjoyment of getting to talk to the guy who founded this great property that has done a lot of great things in 3 years fizzled out rather quickly when I realized the only answers he's going to give me are these long drawn out answers, promoting all this stuff and going on these tangents about Chris Jericho and this and that, when, we got a tight window, and I kept mentioning the tight window because they told me there was a tight window, and I can't get to any of the stuff. And then when I get to the stuff, you don't want to answer any of them. You don't want to answer a single one. Not even a single one. I won't get into this. I won't get into MJF, the Punk stuff, the Young Buck stuff. Asked him about Bray Wyatt. Asked him about what else did I ask him about? MJF, Punk, Young Bucks. There was another one that I asked him about later on. Oh, Cody Rhodes. Wouldn't even say, like, how did you feel seeing him there? I'm not going to get into that. That's not going to serve me. Like, man, I'm not asking you for the financial breakdown. I'm just asking for your feelings. Yeah, it was tough. We had been through the wars together. We went in the trenches together. I'm happy for him. We're in a good spot. Maybe we'll do business in the future. I wish him the best, but I'm focused on our roster right now. Something. Give me something, for goodness sakes. My feeling on that interview, in short, was, this is me just shooting right here. I feel like TonyKhan doesn't trust me. I feel like he doesn't really like me. And I feel like he came in there with his guard super up and didn't want to give me any sort of morsel because he thought that if he opened the door a little bit, I would walk in and ask X, Y, and Z. And I tried to tell his people, like, yo, I have no allegiances to anyone. So I work for the British broadcaster of WWE. So what? When I worked for ESPN, I had Bellator guys and one guys on and whatever guy, Cage Warriors guy. That's what do you think I'm going to do? You think I'm going to come at him and hit him over the head with a steel chair? Like, what are we talking about here? So I don't know. Didn't really enjoy it. Frustrating. Felt like he wasn't giving us anything. And then I felt like there were so many discrepancies. And watch this be cut up and watch all the marks. My favorite thing about the crazy marks are they'll be like, this is coming from, a guy who Nick Khan was his former agent. Every single time I talk about wrestling, I mention that, including in that interview, I mentioned it to him. And they love it. And you know what? I don't give a fuck. Enjoy. Have fun. AW in Toronto tonight. It's going to be great. My one regret was not asking about the 9,000 titles. Way too many titles in AEW. But here's the thing. If you are saying right now with a straight face that the AEW product is better than the WWE product, you're just a liar. You're just an absolute liar. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. The WWE product is infinitely better, infinitely more interesting, and there's a freaking brawl happening backstage each and every week, it seems. Meanwhile, it's all kumbaya on the Stamford side of things. Like, if you're going to be a super fan, be a super fan, but also tell it like it is. 6 months ago wasn't the case. A year ago when Punk came back wasn't the case. When Bryan signed, when Moxley came, all that stuff wasn't the case. But right this second, if you're going to sit here and say that it's a better product, you're an absolute liar. Adriano. Hi, Ariel. With the announcement of you.
So then on top of that, this man said some other additional things about AEW fans.
Ariel Helwani just called out all the toxic AEW fans.
The AEW freakazoids. I mean, these people are absolute freaks. These people are out of their minds. They're living in some sort of like alternate universe where if you say anything pro WWE and anything somewhat negative towards AEW, they get so mad. It's crazy. It's unbelievable. Like, I get it. You're passionate about your team, your company, whatever. But golly, take a breather, guys. Chill the F out. There is no denying right now that WWE is the superior brand. And by the way, go back and look. On this show, maybe 6 months ago, I said AEW is a superior brand. I tell it like...
So that's his version of neckbeards, freakazoids.
Exactly, freakazoids. So I mean that's what we're doing, yeah. Like we're gonna say that I don't have no allegiance to everybody, but
jeez,
I mean, I'm trying to figure this out. Do he even know what allegiance means? Allegiance means that you are siding with your tribe. Wasn't he saying that AEW fans were marks, freakazoids, and they always get in their feelings when it comes to pro WWE comments? Wasn't he just doing...
He said he was stating facts, which is more subjective than anything.
It was very blurred. It really were. It was. He definitely wasn't being unbiased. He was really being biased about the whole subject. And the thing is that like now doing the research on him, I see why TonyKhan had his shields up. It was a reason why. Is it because yeah? Go ahead.
It's like both of them make it's like I see the both sides of it because Chris and Tio now, y'all have both been interviewers and trying to plan interviews for people and try to plan how an interview is gonna go. Imagine if you go to interview somebody and they give you one word answers and you got 50, 60 people
It's frustrating.
waiting. It is frustrating. So I get that part of it. Now the other side is kind of where Ariel kind of seemed a little hypocritical. Is he criticized the people that cheered for their team, which was the AEW fans in this case.
But it's like more so he attacked them because their boss, the one that he interviewed.
Yeah, they caught straight bullets.
They're
like, what I do? What do we do?
Right. He's gonna make sure that he kills them. Like he looked at AEW fans as pigeons. And he wanted no matter of fact, I'll give you a better analogy. It's like he was playing Super Mario Duck Hunt. That's basically any one of them. You see,
when that dog come out and laugh at you because you missed all them shots. I used to hate the fucking dog.
Yes.
But yeah.
Ping, ping, ping. Yeah, I'm telling you. Like, dude was really on one, and and there was a lot of people that was defending Ariel.
Y'all want to get to some of the comments? We have some comments from Bell. They said, to be honest, I said last week that fans on both sides are insane hypocrites. Fact. Like Tyson Kidd used to say.
Yes.
WWE fans ripped up Saraya for going to AEW. AEW fans ripped up Bray for going back to WWE. Both sets did it to Renee and Kathy. Fact. And Brandon says, this man is a joke.
He is.
Tio, you want to try to jump in again? I know your service is a little nervous, but we want you to be involved in the conversation as well.
Damn.
Bruce Lee,
I'm sorry, bro. You gonna have to wait until we get to the cookout. You gonna have to wait, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
Go closer to your router. Go closer to your router.
Yeah, see if you can get closer to your router.
It's right there.
Sean Keys. Hey, shout out to Sean. All right, Chris, turn it back over to you, bro. What you got?
Okay, so like everybody, like, okay, I'm gonna like just literally break this shit down. Like, I do not know who the fuck Ariel is. I thought it was Ariel from The Little Mermaid. That's what I thought. But even Ariel got like, she got some balls or whatever. But I'm okay. I'm not gonna be shady on here. I'm just gonna say it like this: the man was on fucking crack, or he was like smoking them funny cigarettes, coming on there and try to make it seem like this problem, this toxicity is just coming from AEW fans when it's coming from both sides of the coin. The only difference is there one is right here, the other one's over here. It makes no sense that you're attacking one fan base. The fan base that's only been around for only 3 years. And then remind you, that fan base that you talk about is also WWE fans. Hello? Does he not like realize that? Like, you're talking about me, but then also you're talking about me being a WWE fan as well. So it's...
Some people like both. You can do that. You can like both.
They go both ways.
It go both ways, though.
It goes both ways. I'm like...
You can like
I'm
both.
like, does he... Did he not get that? That the same people that you're talking about are also WWE fans too, right? Yeah. Am I making sense, or is this?
I think his time in ESPN kind of skewed him, because Chris, you're a Green Bay fan, right?
I am.
Are you also a New York Giants fan? See, you can't do that. You can't take the mindset of other sports and put it into wrestling. You can like multiple teams in wrestling. You can like New Japan. You can like WWE. You can like Impact.
That was a horrible point.
You can like multiple teams. You know what I'm saying?
I don't like that team, but why you have to pick that team?
Okay,
where
so
you
the
was
Saints.
going.
I know you like the Saints.
Let's move on. Okay, so yeah, I see where you're going with that.
But you see what, yeah.
I believe that this man like really was trying to get some clout with them comments. He really was. He was really trying to get WWE fans to like him, and he did a great job. But at the end of the day, you gotta understand your reputation is gold. You gotta hold that like your armor. You know what I'm saying? Because like all it takes is for you to say something very controversial, and then motherfuckers will come at you just like fucking Beyonce fans. You say anything about that bitch, they will swarm at you at will.
And you could just be stating your opinion. You know, I didn't really like her last album. I like the other one. What do you mean you didn't like the last album? I was just stating my opinion. My bad.
It's like Black Twitter.
Yeah, Black Twitter. Mm-hmm.
And Black Twitter is one of the notorious toxic group of humans I have ever seen in my life. And
quick reaction. They don't take a step back. Let's just scope the scene before we just decide to cancel this person. Let's just kind of get all the details first.
Yes.
Before we just start dragging this person through the mud.
I mean, they will drag you and they will not give no fucks at all. And that's what's so depressing. But the whole thing with Ariel, I think really he needs to apologize. Honestly, he really.
You think so?
I think he really needs to apologize, or this man will get dragged. I'm surprised he's not getting dragged.
Because I mean, even if your guest gives you dry answers, it's still they're still doing you a favor coming onto your platform, giving you. So you got to kind of almost take whatever they give you. If it's a shit interview, just move on from it.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And then too, somebody asked the question. I think this was Salvador. He asked this. He was like, if he had that much of a problem with AEW, then why would he go on a platform and to
interview Tony Khan?
Yeah, that I'm just like, bro, like you was already. I'm like, bro, you was already in your fucking feelings already before you even got on the show. That you was like, oh well, Tony Khan have an issue with me. So you actually did this shit out of being spiteful, or you did this shit just to be petty, or you did this shit to say, well, I'm going to get my interview and I'm going to make sure I get the scoop and I'm going to ask him all of these fucking questions because I want to make sure that, you know, I get my brownie points or whatever. Because he didn't get what he wanted, now this man is turning his attention to a fan base and they have nothing to do with this at all.
Mm-hmm. And Chris,
everything on them. Yeah,
you've interviewed multiple wrestlers and content creators, you know, during your time with radio and doing #Heels for Life. Mm-hmm. If you start seeing an interview or you start getting a vibe from your guests and things just start going south, do you just keep going based off of the stuff you have pre-planned, or do you just call an audible and change course?
I change course.
That's all Ariel had to do. Okay, clearly he don't want to talk about this.
I just changed course.
So you know what, Tony? Let's talk about like. What you say, T.O.? I'm sorry.
That one interview.
With who?
Lucas.
Yeah.
Remember? So with him, I'm not going to lie to you. That was a frustrating interview. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, it was just like, it was things that he did not want to answer. And then to find out. And it was
Ariel hosting the interview as well? Who was hosting the interview that T.O.'s talking about? Is this Ariel?
No, this is our
you're talking about you. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, Chris. Okay, I got you.
Whatever. Yeah, right. So like we had fun, but it wasn't really like probably one of my most awesome interviews or whatever. But I was still grateful because he came on the show.
Right.
It happens. I'm gonna tell people this: you're not gonna have the best interviews. I've done probably hundreds of interviews over the last like 10 years, and I can name my favorite ones and some that I did not like. In matter of fact, Mr. Ziggy, he knows which one are my most hated ones. And I'm not going to get into that. Like I said, I'm going to be the professional and keep the shit moving. I said what I had to say, and I kept it moving. You know, I even took that. I kept that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Because like, number one, you're not going to sit here and try to blast us and say that, oh well, I didn't really care for this interview like that because it wasn't about me, bitch ass nigga. Like, yes, it was about you. It was about you. We was talking about you for a fucking hour. We also have an agenda to uphold to as well. This is a wrestling show, not the whole fucking this is my show and fuck everybody else. If you and if you did not want to talk about certain issues, just say so.
Just say so.
We could just end an interview right now and just be done with it. And I wouldn't even give a fuck.
We could talk about we can go back to the textbook questions. So what was your favorite wrestler growing up?
Yeah, if you wanted to do that,
you know, we ain't even gonna talk about current stuff.
You wanted to be a basic bitch, we can do that.
We could do that. What got you into wrestling? What was your favorite wrestling move?
What is your favorite popcorn?
Act 2.
Who's on?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Is Act 2 one of your favorite popcorns?
Act 2. You know, movie theater butter, please.
What type of limo foil do you use?
What type of aluminum foil?
You know what I'm saying? Like, what type do you like lemon pepper on your salad? Type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
In the kitchen.
I am. You see the refrigerator right there, right? You know, yes, I'm in the kitchen, goddammit. Shit. But no, like, once again, Ariel is entitled to his opinion. I get it. But once again, come with fucking facts instead of running your goddamn mouth on like who is your subscribers and who's your the people that you cool with. Obviously, you're cool with Triple H. You made that very known. And yet you say that, oh, I don't have no allegiance. Bitch ass nigga, yes, you had allegiances.
If you do, that's fine. Just say it. Like, what's his name? Sam Roberts, Pete Rosenberg, these guys.
But yeah, this motherfucker was acting like a fucking keyboard warrior on his podcast, though, saying that, oh, well, I just really wish that he would have kept it real and would have just been, you know, straight to the point or whatever, and we was on time. Motherfucker, this was not about time. It was really all about the fucking answers that you received, and that's why your ass had a hissy fit on that podcast. I was looking at his facial expressions. I'm telling you, when we got to the hour and 2 minutes, that's when the bitch really came out of him.
It's like I understand being frustrated, but at the same time, it's like you got what you got. You know, it is what it is. And then I also see Tony's side with not wanting to open up. I don't know you like that. We didn't. Maybe if you interview me a few more times, I get more comfortable with you. Who said this was our only interview together? Tony could have came back to him.
There was another thing that I didn't bring up, and I should have brought this up.
Yeah, what you got?
So Dana White and TonyKhan are friends.
Yeah.
Dana White probably dropped a bug in his ear.
Don't do it.
That's why he kept getting declined over and over and over again.
Don't do it.
He said, "Don't do it."
Watch out for this one.
I was because like I said, what I was trying to do was I was trying to see like, okay, why is he getting declined like this? But then like I went back to the UFC reference or whatever. And I was like, oh, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense because he's friends with Dana White. Because like I looked this up, I had the cross reference. So he did a tweet saying that okay, him and his father is about to have dinner with Dana White and his family. I'm like, oh, so they cool. Because he even said that on the podcast, like him and Dana White are cool. So, and then Dana White also called Ariel a pussy at one point.
So
You connect the dots.
you can't be calling. There's two things you don't call a grown ass man: a bitch
And a
and a
pussy.
pussy. Hey, we got scrapped after that. Though.
Mark.
Yes. So
You got scrapped.
I hope this really this breakdown really made
So-
sense to you guys.
So where do
now.
you sit at with
Yeah.
it, Chris? What do you sit
Where I
at?
sit,
Like
where I sit with this,
your
I'm like,
full.
he's a bitch ass nigga for that shit. Like for
Mhm.
real. Like I mean,
You're
okay.
Christian. Remember, you're Christian.
I'll say this in a more professional answer. I believe that this man was upset and he was shooting. But he wasn't thinking before he spoke. I think that's what that was. He was very frustrated and he had to rant. And that's why we're at this point. Now, as far as like AEW fans ranting, it wouldn't even, like flooding his Twitter account is not going to do things. It's not going to make things better. It's just going to make it worse. It's just going to prove his point that they're toxic, blah 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 blah. I don't even expect TonyKhan to even have to even respond to this.
Who
shit.
respond to that?
No, I don't think he is going to respond. I just think that this is going to be this is done between them two.
One and done.
Will not get this is one and done. And this is the reason why he did not get those interviews like months ago, years ago, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because of the way he acted.
And Dana White said, see what I told you. I told you don't go over there.
There you go.
Now look at you.
Yep.
But see, Ariel shot himself in the foot because this could have been the first of many interviews with Tony. Just played it cool. All right, this wasn't a good interview. Keep it to yourself, but keep it professional. And then Tony could go back like, okay, I think I was kind of short and sweet with him. We're going to set something up again in the future, and I'll give him a little bit more next time. You got to build a rapport with people. Not everybody's not going to just open up to you when they first meet you like that. They gotta feel you out.
Yeah, but because toward the end, I think TonyKhan should have waited until the interview was over, then take care of his business. You don't do that in the middle of the interview and just get up. That's inappropriate.
They both fucked up.
Yeah, they both fucked up at the end of the day. But I just think that Ariel really fucked up. He fucked himself up.
Yeah,
you don't do that. Yeah, that's unprofessional. Very unprofessional.
And his level, you don't do that. I'm sorry, Teal.
Where do we go here? Where does Tony go?
Tony continues dealing with his company. Ariel go back to Triple H and keep sucking his dick. That's what he should keep doing.
What you think, Teal?
That it was messy. Both. I agree with startup. Again, Tony could do it a different way.
He could have.
It's like, you know what? I'm happy for Cody. Ended on good terms.
Could have.
We talked about it. We're happy. You know what? Once we know, everybody will know. That's simple.
Facts. Cause Cody has been asked about it on the Cody's end, and he said, "Hey, I'm happy for those guys." We know he's being political, but he could take that opportunity to trash him. Fuck him. But
definitely,
Tony could have done the same thing. So I do see what you're saying, Tio, with that.
But I think the whole thing was with Mr. Ariel. I think this was he was up to something. He was trying to set up.
Why are you so upset? Because if
that's
you
what I'm
think
saying,
about it,
like,
Chris, if you interviewed TonyKhan and he gave you the same kind of answers, like,
Mhm.
all right, I interviewed
the thing-
TonyKhan. I'm happy.
But the thing is, it's like when he came in this interview, he, like I said, once again, like he was already pissed. So like he came in there with a hidden agenda. The hidden agenda was to make him look bad. He was just like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got my interview, blah, blah, blah. See, he thought that Tony was stupid. That was the thing. He thought that he could come in, slide in. I mean, look how he got that interview. That man been declined like I don't know how many times, and the reason why he was declined because of his reputation in the UFC. Who is his best friend? Who is his friend that he's cool with? Dana White, the same person that said that he's going to get a ban for life, until the day he dies or until he resigns. It was a reason why he said that he got that ban, because the man is bad business.
That's it.
So
Bad
hopefully you guys,
business.
hopefully you guys like this bonus content. Remember to subscribe, pass along the information of what we're doing. We are affiliated with Dub energy drinks. You can get a 10% off if you put the promotional code #Heals for Life. You can get 10% off. But yeah, can't wait for episode 198 this Sunday at 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern. We're going to be talking about the multiverse of Jericho. We're going to go all the way back to his life, when he first started, all the way to now, him being in AEW. And we're going to give you guys the facts, and hopefully this server will work for us. Hopefully, praying.
So far, so good. They must have fixed it.
Why you say that?
No, I'm saying we didn't drop off or nothing. Everything is good.
No, but I'm talking about because his service was nervous.
TO service. Oh yeah. Hopefully, man.
But they said that he was at 10 for 10. Like, this man was like 2 for 10.
So it might be this is something we could work on back end, and it might be like more of a mic setting.
I don't think it's a mic setting.
It's probably on me.
Okay, but I'm coming in good, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Nah, fuck you. So everybody, have a wonderful day. We'll see you guys. Come to the cookout. We're gonna talk a little bit more. Hopefully, we can hear To, and yeah.
And
we'll see you guys later.
Before you go, Chris. Thank you. We were at 220 before the show, so thank you to the 2 people that subscribed over on YouTube.
Yes.
Whoever you are, thank y'all. Shout out to Bell. Hey, Bell, appreciate you for interacting throughout the show. Rockin' Reese, our brother, part of Heals for Life. Sean Keys, Brandon Barnes, Big Tony. I see you in there.
Yeah.
Derek. Yeah. All right.
Oh, I see. I didn't see that. So his service was. Oh, so he was in red.
Yeah, I sent it to you. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So it's been kind of like jumping up and down.
Oh, so that's probably why. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. So he probably was like, "Are you close to your?" Well, we'll talk about that.
I'm close.
But yeah, everybody. You sound better.
Right there, he sound better, and when his mouth moved, word came out.
Yeah, I'm closer now.
Closer. Okay. All right, y'all. We will.
All-Star.
Oh, now All-Star wants to come in now. Okay.
All of us.
He wants to come. Now the nigga wants to come in. But no, everybody. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Please comment, subscribe, and like. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.